Hi, everybody. I'm Doug Miles, along with Hall of Fame coach John Mackel. We're here at Mustang Field on the campus of Lakewood High School. We saw a very exciting 4A District 11 game tonight. The Palmetto Tigers come out on top 28-14 over Lakewood Ranch. But, Coach, this game was pretty much in doubt for the last few minutes of the game.
Yeah, we talked about the first half. We thought it was a big defensive battle, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then finally, Palmetto scored, went into halftime that way. Then, Lakewood Ranch came out in the second half and did their onside kick. And we thought that all of a sudden, Lakewood Ranch was going to take off with this thing. So it really became exciting in the second half.
Yeah, scoreless after the first quarter, and the first touchdown of the game wasn't until 33 seconds left in the first half when Palmetto scored. Melvin burst into Shaquille Harris, a 34-yard touchdown pass, and you'd think Palmetto would have the momentum coming out in the second half, but Sean Trent, the head coach of the Mustangs, went for a very gutsy onside kick. It paid off. They recovered, and they wound up scoring on that drive. Zach Larson to Clifford, a 3-yard touchdown pass to tie it at 7.
Yeah, and then after that, Laws started breaking loose. He was gaining yardage after yardage, long runs, and it's like we talked about. They went into halftime and made some kind of an adjustment so they could break him loose, because in the first half, he was not getting anything. But in the second half, all of a sudden, he's eating up 10, 15, 20 yards at a pop. But then they came back in the third quarter, and, they lost the ball down here on fourth down, and that changed the whole thing.
Yes, Terran Laws had a 65-yard run on Lakewood Ranch's next possession. They were at their own 10-yard line at that point, got him out of trouble, and then Zach Larson took it in from 1 yard out. So the Mustangs take a 14-7 lead on a 90-yard scoring drive. But then on the next possession from Palmetto, a very weird play.
Yeah.
Melvin Burston to E.J. Burston on a 73-yard touchdown reception. Looked like it was going to be intercepted, but E.J. Burston took it out of the defender's hands, what looked like an interception, and ran it the rest of the way to tie it at 14.
Yeah, it was really interesting, because they both went up for the ball, and the receiver was behind the defender. The defender had his hands on the ball, but then the receiver just took the ball away from him. And it was really unique. And once he took the ball away, there was nobody behind him. He just ran in the end zone.
That tied it at 14. Then on Lakewood Ranch's next possession, they went for it on fourth down. Looked like they were going to go for a punt, and then they snapped it to the up man and went for a pass, which was incomplete, which gave Palmetto great field position there, and Palmetto took advantage. Reddick, a 2-yard touchdown run off of that drive to give them the lead, which they would never relinquish. But Sean Trent going for the dice, rolling the dice twice. One time it worked, the second time it did.
Yeah.
The punt just didn't pay off.
No, you can't do it. You don't go to the well one too many times, and it's not going to work. That's just the same way with the Tigers' defense. They finally bottled the ball back up again, and he just couldn't get anywhere. So you can only go to a certain place a number of times, and then you got to do something different.
Yeah, Daquan Reddick with 2 touchdowns in the game tonight. Marquise Green, the outstanding running back for Palmetto, also had a good game tonight. But Reddick scored his second touchdown, a 40-yarder late in the fourth quarter, making it 28-14. So congratulations to the Tigers. First-year head coach Dave Marino takes his team to the playoffs. They finished second in the 4A District 11 behind Charlotte, and they will go on the road for the playoffs. But a good accomplishment for the Tigers.
Yeah, it's a great accomplishment. Anytime you've got a first-year head coach like that taking his team to the playoffs, that's really, it feels good. We've done that on our first year as a Millionaires. We went to the playoffs, and it's a good feeling when it's your first year and you're able to get your team to the playoffs and they do well in the playoffs.
Also a good year for the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs and Sean Trent taking his team to a chance to make the playoffs. They've been there before, and they're building again for hopefully a great run next year as well. But congratulations to the Tigers. We will follow them along, and please follow our coverage of all Manatee High School football on the BradentonTimes.com and our videos as well. But the final score once again from Mustang Field tonight. It's the Palmetto Tigers 28, the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs 14. For Hall of Fame coach John Mackel, I'm Doug Miles saying thanks for watching. We'll see you again next Friday night from Southeast High School.